In this video, I'm breaking down everything a beginner needs to know about Claude AI. Whether you're just getting started with digital marketing or you've already been selling your own digital products online, Claude is about to become your most powerful tool. In this video, I'm going to be covering how to get started, how to import your ChatGPT history, how to pick the right model, how to use connectors, co-work, and Claude designs. If you are an entrepreneur or a digital product creator trying to work smarter, then this video is for you. Okay, so quick question. How many of y'all have been using ChatGPT? Okay, same here, okay? Essentially, Claude is the same thing, but here's the thing. Claude AI was made by a company called Anthropic, and they specifically built Claude to sound more human, be more accurate, and be safer with your data. And we all know, for us that are already running like an online business, that truly matters, right? Claude is also incredible at so many other things, including long form content, understanding context, and it actually remembers things about you when you set it up right, which is what we're about to do right now. All right, so first things first, I want you to pull out your phone or your computer, but we are just gonna go to Claude.ai, not Claude.com, girl, Claude.ai, okay? All right, now when you get to the screen, it should look like this, and you can go ahead and sign in with your Google account. I'm going to go ahead and sign in with my Google account here. And then I'm just going to do my verification. Alrighty. And then you'll see this little window come up and it's just basically allowing. Okay. And then you're just going to sign all the way in through your Google account. Alrighty. Now this window is going to appear here. And this is just agreeing to the Anthropic's consumers terms. Just hit that and hit create account. All right, so you can sign up for free, and the free plan actually gets you a lot, as you can see here. But let's be honest, if you are running an online business, you're going to be creating digital products, you want to use it for anything like that, you are going to be utilizing this tool pretty much every single day. So I highly recommend that you go with the Claude Pro. It's $20 a month and it is worth it. Plus, it gives you access to all the different models. And don't worry, we're going to go over that a little bit later. Okay, and then once you put in your payment information, then it will come to this screen here. And it's going to ask you to get most out of Claude on your desktop. And we are going to go over this a little bit later. But if you want to, you can definitely go ahead and download this for Mac or whatever computer that you're on. So I'm going to go ahead and install it a little bit later. And we'll come back to this. All right, so then the next thing that it's going to ask is, what is your name, or what do you want your name to be? Maybe if you want to go for a different name, put in your information, okay? But for this, I'm just going to put CC since I already have my other Claude set up. Let me spell CC right. Okay, boom. And then we're going to hit continue. And then it's going to say, how did you get here? So if you want to fill this out, you can. It's not the biggest deal, but put your information in there, okay? So you can say social media, and then it'll ask you like which social medias do you want to put on here. I'm going to put YouTube because that's usually where I'm always at, okay? And then what kind of work do you do? Pick a role, so Claude can basically tailor it to your experience. If you're in marketing, you can do marketing. If you are in operations, whatever. If you're in sales, do sales. I'm just going to do sales for now. And then it says, what kind of work do you do? Handle sales objections, draft a cold outreach email. And then basically it's just asking you for a topic. You can put in, I have my own topic, but if you want to choose one of these pre-texts, you can. All right, so now we are officially in. I went ahead and signed up with the free plan just for the purpose of this video, but I want to quickly just kind of go over the main things inside of Claude. So this is what your homepage looks like. And over here is where if you want to go and add a new chat or start your very first chat, you would just click this here. This is going to be a list of all of your chats that you have inside of Claude. We have projects, artifacts, and customize. And then I want to kind of quickly just go over some vocabulary with you if that helps. So whenever you hear me say prompt, a prompt is just simply what you are telling AI to do, or what are you telling Claude to do here specifically. So anytime you type something in, that is considered a prompt. Now, a response is what Claude gives back to you based off of, whatever it is that you asked. Then we have our models. These are our models down here. So Sonnet, which I'm going to go over the models a little bit later, but we have Haiku, Sonnet, and Opus. And then we have our effort level down below. So this is, like basically a higher effort means like a more thorough process that Claude takes time to like process the information to think about it. So if you want to ever change that, you have the option of doing that. And then as new models drop, they will be available for you down here wherever it says more models. Okay. So that is pretty much like AI language in, in literally like 3 seconds. Okay, so that is our basic overview. Let's keep on moving. One thing that a lot of beginners don't know is Claude does not know who you are. Okay, don't know nothing about you. Just because we answer those 2 little questions when we signed up does not mean it knows you. So it is very important for you to tell it. And the easiest way to do that is to take your old ChatGPT history and import it over into Claude. Really quick, it's really easy. So you're just gonna come down here to your name, and then you're gonna click on settings, and then you're gonna go to capabilities. All right. And then right here where it says import memory from other AI providers, you can bring relevant context and data from another AI provider to Claude. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit start import. All right. And then it's going to give you this prompt to copy. All right. So then you're just going to grab this prompt, copy it just like that. Okay. So we're going to hop into ChatGPT, and then you are going to post that prompt. Now, if there's a specific conversation that you felt like maybe you captured a lot of like your tone and your voice and who you are, then you can paste it in that thread. If not, just paste it in a regular thread too, because it still has your history. Okay. So I'm just going to paste, and then I'm going to send that prompt. All right. I'm going to let it work its magic and let it do its thing. And so you're going to take that output, and then you're going to go back into Claude and just paste those details there. You're going to hit add memory. Alrighty. So once you save that memory, this is what it looks like. And basically you are good to go. Now, say if you don't want to import your ChatGPT history, or maybe you've never even used AI before, you can actually go in here and ask for it to create you a personality prompt. So you can simply do that by just coming in, literally the thread that I'm in right now. I'm just going to use this one. And I'm going to use the microphone, and I'm just going to tell Claude about me. So you can do the same thing. What I'll do is I'll put a prompt on the screen that you can use just for reference. And if you want to tweak it, make it your own, you can do that. But just for the purpose of this video, I'm going to quickly show you. Hey, I need you to make me a personality prompt. I am a wife and mom of 2. I'm a Black girl. I speak in Black girl, I would say Gen Z / millennial language. I love Jesus, and I love implementing God in a part of my, daily structure, and my business. I am the founder of the Mompreneur Method, aka MPM, which is a W program for moms learning how to create digital products and ownership for themselves. I also am the founder of the Method, SEO. And just basically based off of that information that I gave it, it created me a quick little prompt right here. It just says CC's Claude personality prompt. I'm going to copy this prompt that it gave me, and we are going to put this under custom instructions. We're going to go under settings, and under general right here where it says instructions for Claude, you can paste that prompt right there. And that is how you personalize your Claude. Let's move on. Okay, so earlier I kind of briefly mentioned the different models that Claude has. Now let's talk about it, because this confuses so many beginners, and I promise you it's not that complicated. Now, one thing I want you to think about when it comes to the models is think of different people that do different jobs. Claude gives you options. So depending on your task, right? If it's something quick and easy, like, captions or an email subject, right? Haiku is really, really good for just your easy work. Next, we're going to have the sonnet or sonnet. I don't know if it's French. Sonnet, that's what I call it. This is the one that I use most. It's fast enough for everyday business work and smart enough to write really, really good content. If you're on the free plan, this is going to be your main model. All right, next we have Opus. This right here is the big brain. This is the big guns, okay? If you need Claude to analyze your whole business strategy, read through a long document, or do something really, really, really complex, Opus should be your choice. Okay, so my recommendation for 90% of what most digital entrepreneurs do, Sonnet, the middle one, that one is going to be your best friend. Don't overthink it. Just use that one. Alrighty, so let's move on. Okay, I had to take a quick break because the kids needed me, but I'm back. This is the part that made me be like, okay, ChatGPT, Claude is giving you a run for your money, okay? See, most people think that, Claude is just another chatbot, where you type in stuff and it types back stuff to you. But honey, Claude can connect directly to your apps, okay? Like your actual Google Calendar, your Gmail, your Google Drive, Canva. And this is what we call connectors. And let me tell you something. When Claude connects to your apps, it stops being a chatbot and it starts being an actual assistant. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over to customize. We're going to go, it'll say it right here. So you can click either here or here. But if you don't see this screen here, just click on connectors. And then you're going to hit the plus sign. I just went ahead and disconnected mine, so I'm going to add them back on here for y'all. And we are going to go and hit browse connectors. And literally, you're going to see all of your apps here. And this is so exciting. I don't know why I just get so excited about this, okay? So I'm going to connect Canva. You just simply hit connect, and then it'll just basically ask you for permission. Okay. And then you want to just, if you want to go through and restrict anything, you can just make sure you read through these permissions here. I'm going to go back and hit another plus sign because we're going to go through and we're going to connect everything. Okay. We're going to connect everything that we want. If you have a Notion, you can connect that there. If you have Slack, connect that there. I'm going to go ahead and connect my Gmail. Same thing. And just make sure you go through and hit allow. Go ahead and select all. And then same thing, if you want to check any of your data about anything that you don't want it to be able to do, just go through here and change it. But for now, we're leaving that as is. I'm going to go back to connectors again. And now I'm going to add my Google Drive. And like I said, y'all, these were already previously connected. But it's the same process. Okay. And if there are more apps that you want to add on, you can do that. So once you have everything connected, as you can see, all of your connectors are down here. So you got your Google and everything like that. And then if you want to, like use Canva, all you have to do is just come and hit this plus sign and you can make sure that you have all your connectors on here. Now, another really important tool, and I am in the Chrome browser, by the way, is the Chrome extension. Okay. And this is really cool. Where like, on trusted sites, and let me say this clearly, on trusted sites, you can have Claude analyze whatever site you're on. Maybe you're looking at a YouTube video, maybe one of your favorite creators, and you can have it analyze the data of like the video and stuff like that. And one cool way, because I want you to get used to using Claude because it can do pretty much anything, is you can come here and say, hey, could you show me how to connect the Claude extension for Chrome? That way you can maybe analyze anything that I'm looking at to help me with my business strategy. I use Claude for everything. Okay, now. Okay. And then basically it's just giving me this option here to install the extension. So I'm just going to add that extension just right there. Hit add extension. And now I have it in my Chrome extension. Okay, now that we have apps connected like our Google Calendar, right? This is where Claude Cowork comes in. And when I tell you, this is a game changer. You know how you always be struggling with trying to come up with content ideas and you're always freaking out because you don't know what to do and you don't have a plan and you're just scrambling all over the place? Girl, sir, this is where Claude Cowork comes in. So I'm going to quickly show you how this works. So if you click on Cowork over onto the side, if you do not have the desktop app, it will prompt you to download the desktop app because it's the only way it works. But go ahead and do that. Download it, save it. I've already have it installed on my computer. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull it up right here. But this is Claude Cowork. And I'm telling you, we got to have a moment of silence for Claude Cowork because it's changing. It's changing, okay? So I want to give you an example of how this works. I can basically tell Claude, hey, I want you to create me a content calendar, right? But let me say this and let me be very clear. It is very important for you to be detailed. So just listen to this prompt as I put this in and I'm going to show you how this works. But first, I want to show you my calendar so you actually believe me because I'm not adding anything to my calendar. Okay. So this is what my current Google Calendar looks like as I'm filming this video, okay? It's completely blank. I have a few things on here. Don't pay attention to that, okay? So I'm going to go back into Cowork. And I'm just going to say a prompt for the purpose of this video. I'm going to try to be as detailed as possible. But I will link a prompt down below for you to use if you need it to like help you build a content calendar. So I need you to make me a content calendar for my community and affiliate program called MPM. MPM is for the beginner mom who is looking for a way to earn income by utilizing the skills that she already has. My audience is between the ages of 25 to 45, and a lot of them are very beginner friendly when it comes to digital marketing and affiliate marketing. Now, this week, I really want to cover just the importance of being visible and not being perfect. So I want my content to reflect that. I plan to post 3 shorts a day and send out at least 5 emails per week. So for the week of June 8th through the 15th, can you help me come up with content ideas so I can go ahead and get this batch and ready to go? Once you finish, can you go ahead and add it to my Google Calendar? That way I know what I'm filming, what emails I'm sending. And also go ahead and include some powerful captions along with hooks that I can use for my short form pieces of content. This is crazy, okay? Now it will maybe prompt you based off of what like prompt you gave it to ask you for questions. So it'll say, where are your shorts going? And then I can go with that. So I'm saying I'm posting on TikTok, Shorts, and Instagram, and it says for the Google Calendar ad, which calendar should I use? Is it okay to create events directly? Yes. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put primary calendar. If you want to pick your calendar, you can do that, but we're gonna let Claude. So after you've answered those questions, or if you decide to skip over them, that's fine. But then you're going to see it say it's thinking and it's updating your task. It may, depending on what you ask it, ask to allow it to like add to your calendar and anything like that. Again, the more specific you are, the more detail you give it, the better the result. Okay. And then over here, it's just letting you know that it's actually writing it up in your calendar. And then you'll see like this little code up here. And then all you need to do is just scroll down and then hit allow task to actually allow it to post it over to your calendar and watch the magic work. Okay. So now I'm about to pull up my calendar so I can quickly show y'all how it looks and how it starts adding things to your calendar. Do y'all see on the 8th how I just added that? Okay. I'm not touching anything. Okay. Do you see my hands? My hands is up here, and look how it's adding these things to your calendar. So no more excuses of why you can't get content out or come up with content ideas. I freaking love co-work, and it's the coolest thing ever. But watch it do its magic. Okay. So it gives me my short ideas. It says like the theme of it, everything is done for me that quick. Literally, it took seconds to do. And then it does give you like this doc that you can have it displayed over here with literally everything that I need. This table, I'm just going to bring this over just so y'all can see, where it gives me a hook, everything that I need done literally within seconds just by using Claude Cowork. It truly is a game changer. And if you are not using Claude, at least for this, you are crazy. Now, if you know me, you know I love Canva, and I use Canva for everything. And Canva literally makes me so much money, and it should be making you money too. And if you've already connected Canva as your connector, baby, Claude and Canva together, chef's kiss. Okay, to show you how you can basically ask it to create something for you in Canva. For this video, I'm just going to ask it to create me a story post for my personal brand, the Mompreneur Method, to get like a mom to download a free sneak peek. Okay, I paste that in, no perfect prompt, and as you can see, it's going to start connecting using my Canva because I told it to use my brand kit, and that's where my brand kit colors are hosted. Okay, so it's going to pull up some designs, and this is the really cool thing about having, you know, Canva connected to Claude. If you do not like the designs that it gives you, then let it know and say, hey, I don't like that, and y'all going to see that here. Again, I'm not using a particular prompt. I'm just literally typing in, hey, I don't like this. So that's what you guys can see what I'm doing right here. And then I'm just going to go ahead and submit it, and it's going to generate me 4 new designs. You can do this as many times as you like. But the point is you're able to basically get a head start so you don't have to create anything from scratch. Let Claude do that heavy lifting for you. So as you can see, it's generating me my 4 new designs. And once it gives me one, I can just click on it, right? And then I can hit open in Canva. And now the design comes up, and like I said, you kind of have that head start. So if you want to tweak it a little bit, change the background completely, again, at least that majority of the hard work is done. And this is the really cool thing about having Canva connected to your Claude account. Okay, so the last thing that I want to show you before I let you go is Claude has this product called Design. And if you click on here on the sidebar, this is what comes up. Now, this screen can be a little overwhelming, but do not let it overwhelm you. There's so many different things that you can design, and they have like these pre-made templates essentially based off of what you want to design. So you can start anywhere by adding a file. And I love using the Claude Design tool for like building landing pages and, you know, websites. But if you want to put together like a slide deck or something like that, or even like your portfolio, you can use that here. They also have prototypes, product wireframe. Again, that gets a little bit more complex. If you want to design a PDF, so like a digital product or something like that, you can do that there. And then also you can do animations and videos inside of the design tool, as long as with just creating like a blank canvas. Now, for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to quickly show y'all how to kind of like just start anywhere. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually go in and upload let's just say like my logo, the NPM logo. Okay. And I'm going to just drop in this prompt here. And I'm going to say, create me a one-page lead magnet landing page for a digital course for moms who want to make money online. All right. Now, I'm not as detailed here. I just want to quickly show y'all how the design tools works, and you can hit start project. Okay. Now, this is not Canva. Okay. This is literally building your product from scratch. So I highly recommend, if you are using the design tool, to give it all of the information. Okay. The more specific you are, the better your results. Now, as you can see, it will ask me some quick questions because I gave it kind of like a vague answer. So it's going to quickly, it says here, what is your full brand or course name? So I'm just going to go in and type in the mompreneur method. And then it says, what is your headline or tagline? For this, I'm just going to put in a no hood like motherhood. And then it asks, what is the lead magnet being offered? Learn high income skills while you mom. Okay. Again, the more specific you are, the better. Okay. So remember that. All right. Now, the next question it's asking me here is, what is the primary money-making method this course teaches? Do affiliate marketing. Like if you want to put in like something else, you'll be able to do that here. And it says, who is the target mom, stay-at-home moms, working mom, side hustle, single moms, moms with no prior experience. That's what I'm going to click on. And it says, what tone should the copy, strike, essentially? Like, which colors best fit your brand the best? And you can basically like state that you want to use your brand colors. I'm gonna show you all that in a second. And then it says, do you have any social proof or features? If I wanted to drop testimonies and all that stuff in here, I could do that, but I'm not gonna worry about that. I'm just gonna skip over that for now. And then same thing here. It says, what does the call to action button say and where does it go? I'm gonna put get instant access. Again, y'all, I'm just trying to show you guys a quick example, and then, or you can just hit decide for me. Okay. And then we're going to just hit continue. And by hitting continue, and again, I love that it asks you these questions. And whatever you do, don't be overwhelmed at looking at the screen, because it does look like, okay, where do I even go? Where do I even start? Right. And just because I didn't answer all those questions, that's fine. I'm going to show you the different tool that you can use, but we're going to let it do its magic. And just like that, it created a, sales page for me literally within a few minutes. And I highly recommend, whenever you're creating anything, your digital products, a landing page, a sales page, whatever, do it in the design tool. You definitely can do it in the chat, but I just love that I can go back in here. And as you can see right now, I'm just going back in and just saying like, hey, I want to make this change. I want to tweak the colors. I want to tweak the fonts. Now I'm going to also show you how you can do that in like the tweaking tool, and you can go in there and like edit it and stuff like that. But I'm a lazy girl, so if I can just tell Claude what to do, I'm going to do that. Okay. So I just went ahead and I'm just showing y'all what the page looked like, and look how detailed this is. Okay. And you can download this, which I'm going to show y'all in a second as well. You can go up here and mark things up and say, hey, I don't like how this looks. Like literally it'll circle, you can circle whatever you don't and describe what you don't like about it. You can go into the editing tool and actually change colors here. The dimensions, the fonts, whatever you want to do. And this is what I'm saying, when you're creating a digital product, use the design tool. We have the tweaking tool again, where you can like go in, click on a specific area of the site and say, hey, I need you to change this, or I need you to move this up, or I need you to make this more centered. That is what the tweaking tool is for. Again, the more specific you are, the better your results. And then also we have this comments tool here. I don't really use it, but if you want to go in and add comments, you can do that as well. So much that you can do inside of the design tool. I can't say it enough, but when you are ready to actually go and like view it, you can go up here at the top and hit this preview button. And then lastly, whenever you're ready to download, you can just simply hit the share button and you can download it in whatever format you like. Okay, so before we wrap up, I want to leave you with a few tips that nobody tells beginners, and you are going to thank me for this a little bit later. For one, when you are in your Claude, this is one thing that I forgot to mention earlier. Do me a favor, go into your settings. Okay, and I want you to go into where it says privacy, and this help improve Claude. Turn that off. Okay, you do not want Claude spying on you. You do not want Claude all up in your business. So make sure this is cut off. The next thing is, when Claude writes something long, like a whole email or a script, it'll pop into something called an artifact, and your artifacts are going to be stored over here off to the side. If you want to add a new artifact, you can do that. If you want to look up, some of like your old emails or a script or something that, maybe if you lost, how sometimes you be deep into the chat and you forget where it's at, you can find that in artifacts. Okay, so the next thing is in Claude, you can create projects. And projects are basically like folders for different areas of your business. You can create one for each offer you sell, which I highly recommend because Claude will keep the context. So it knows essentially like what you're working on without you having to explain it every single time you go into like a new thread, if that makes sense. Okay, and lastly, Claude is built with privacy in mind, but just like with any AI tool, just use common sense. Do not go in there and put your social security number and all of your business and everything like that, period. Okay, so look at everything you just learned. You walked in here as a complete beginner and now you are walking out of here with a full Claude setup, okay? You can't tell me you didn't learn nothing today, okay? Because I know that you did. But before I let you go, I need two things from you, okay? First, if you are brand new to digital marketing and you are watching this like, Sierra, this is cool. I appreciate you, but I don't even fully understand what digital marketing is yet. It's all right. I got you. I made a whole video right here breaking down what digital marketing is literally from scratch. And you're going to be surprised to know that you do digital marketing every single day. You've been doing it and you've been doing it for free. I'm going to link that video down below in the description as well. So be sure to watch that one first. And then come back to this, you know what I'm saying? That way you'll have everything that you need and you're fully prepared and you actually know what I'm talking about. Second, if you watch this whole video and you're ready to actually build and sell your own digital product using everything you just learned, I have a program. It's called the Sicko Method and it walks you step by step through creating and launching your own digital offer in 7 days or less. And the best part, you can also resell the Sicko Method for 85% commission once you're in. The link is in the description, so be sure to check that out as well. All right, now, if this video helped you, I need you to do a couple of things for me right now before you click off. Number one, hit that like button because it tells YouTube that this video is helpful and it gets in front of more people who need it. Number two, subscribe if you haven't already. I drop content like this every week to help you build your digital business without the overwhelm, without the tech talk. And number three, share this video with one person who needs it because I already know there's somebody out here who is probably side-eyeing Claude because they feel like they are so in love with ChatGPT, and that was me. And I'm so happy that I found Claude. It has saved me so much time and so much energy. But all right, y'all, I hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you on the next one.